Okay, good morning once again. So, continue our topic trigonometric identities. I think yesterday I left one example. Please understand this example because in exercise also we have I think one or two questions which will be same as this one only. Now here the question is prove that sine theta minus cos theta plus 1 upon plus cos theta minus 1 equals to 1 upon sec theta minus tan theta using the identity sec square theta equals to 1 plus tan square theta. So you have to use that identity as they said. Without using the identity also we can solve it. But okay, they said that use that identity will make them happy. Okay, then equation tools. So what we do is to use sec square theta equals to 1 plus tan square theta. First of all, my terms should be in terms of sec and tan theta, but the given terms are sine and cos. And here theta is given. I'm using x in place of theta because inserting theta every time it takes time. So I'm replacing with x. So what I do here is I divide each and every term with cos in the numerator as in the denominator. If I divide each and every term, so equation won't be wrong. Okay. So till that equality. So if I divide each and every term with cos x, first term is here sin x you have. So sin x is divided by cos x. What is sin upon cos? Anyone remember
Tan
sin
theta.
upon cos?
Tan theta.
So it will be tan x will come minus cos upon cos is 1 plus 1 upon cos. What you get 1 upon cos?
Sec.
Sec x. Okay. Now denominator also I divide each and every term with cos. Again sin upon cos will remain tan x plus cos upon cos is 1 minus 1 upon cos, again it will come as sec x. So after writing this step you can do rationalization as it is, or you can rearrange the terms and do. So what I do here is I'll keep tan x plus sec x minus 1, just rearranging the terms, and here I'll get tan x minus sec x plus 1. Okay, just I rearrange the terms, and what we do is further I'll keep this tan x plus sec x as one term in the bracket. By putting the bracket, I hope there is no issue. Also, we will maintain the bracket. Now, what I do here is I go for the rationalization. I think everybody remember class 9th rationalization chapter. Okay, rationalization. What I do is I'll take this tan x minus sec x, which I kept in the bracket. I take it as a plus 1 as b. If I have a plus b, my rationalization will be a minus b upon a minus b. I have to multiply and divide with a minus b. Is that right for rationalization? What I get here is tan x minus sec x minus 1 upon tan x minus sec x minus 1. Here I have plus 1. So when I do rationalization, that plus 1 will become minus 1. Okay. So I'm using the class 9th topic to rationalize. Now see here what will come. Both the numerator terms will be multiplied and both the denominator terms will be multiplied. So let me see if I multiply both the numerator, what do we get? So it is going to be a little bit lengthy calculation for the first time. After that, the terms will be simplified. Now let's see what will come here is. First what I do is this tan x I multiply with all these three terms. Then I'll take sec x, multiply with all these three terms. Then I'll take minus 1, multiply with all these three terms. Total 9 terms will come. Let's see what are the terms. First tan into tan, tan square x will come. So it will go for tan square x, then tan into sec x, and plus into minus is minus, then you will get tan x into sec x, then tan x into minus 1, minus tan x. So tan is multiplied with all the three terms. Next I have to multiply sec x with all the three terms. So plus sec x into plus tan x. It will be plus sec x into next will come. Next plus sec x into minus sec x. Plus into minus is minus. Sec x into sec x will be square will come. Sec square x will come. Next, sec x into minus 1 is minus sec x. So sec also multiply with all the three terms. Are you getting? Now minus 1 will multiply with all the three terms. So minus 1 into tan x is minus tan x. And minus 1 into minus sec x will be plus sec x. Then minus 1 into minus 1 will be plus 1. You see, you got all the 9 terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when you are multiplying the terms and opening up the brackets, be careful because signs also you have to multiply. Students do the multiplication, but they forget the signs. For example, if I am multiplying plus sec x with minus sec x, they'll write sec square x, but they'll write only plus. They don't multiply plus into minus is minus. So don't do that mistake. Now when I do the rationalization, I know this is a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b formula is a square minus b square will come. So here a square means tan x minus sec x. This is a value. You get a square minus b square means 1 square. 1 square is 1. Is this step clear for everyone? Or anyone has the doubt? Because this is the one major step for this question. After this, you can solve it easily. Is this clear for everyone? Just type yes or no. Okay, they said
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Okay, good. Dheerajwa, good morning. Huh? Now you are getting up. Okay, now let's see. First denominator, let me expand. Denominator is in the form of a square minus b square. So can I expand this one a square minus b square? Okay, I'll keep as it is denominator for timing. Let's see if I required in the next step. And then let me expand only as together. This is a minus b whole square. So formula is a square. A square means tan square x plus b square, that is sec square x will come to the power 2x. Then you have minus 2ab minus 2 tan x into sec x. Then you have minus 1. So minus 1, what you can do is minus of, in place of 1, what is our formula? Trigonometric identities, we discussed 3 identities. So what is the identity which involves tan and sec terms? Anyone remember? First identity is sine square plus cos square is 1. Next identity is, anyone remember the third?
1 plus tan square equals to sec square theta.
Yes, or I can write as sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. So in place of 1 here, what I replace here is sec square x minus tan square x. So that day itself I said wherever I required, I can use the formula in any way. Replace this way. Now you see any terms are getting cancelled here, any cancellations are there. Just check it out. First of all, for example, you have minus tan x sec x Let me change the color so that you can understand. And here we have plus tan x sec x. Can I cancel them? Because they are the same terms with opposite signs. So both will get cancelled. Next, any cancellations further? You see in the numerator, can you suggest me any? If yes, I found one more. Let me put the different color. Which color you can see? I'll go for maybe green color. Minus sec x. This is also plus sec x. So this color also will get cancelled. Is there any further cancellations? No, I have tan square, tan, sec square, here I also have my tan x and tan x, but both are of the same sign. So I won't cancel them. Now let me write what are the terms are left out. I left out with tan square x. Here I have tan square x. And here I have minus sec square x. Sec square x. Here you have minus tan x, and here also minus tan x. So it will be minus 2 tan x. Then what you have, plus 1 will be left out. These are the terms which are left out after cancelling all the terms. Okay. So let means, is that clear for everyone? How those terms are left out? Now here I have tan square minus sec square x. I know the formula is sec square x minus tan square x is 1. But you have tan square x minus sec square x, which will be minus 1 because minus sign is different, right? Our actual formula is sec square x minus tan square x is 1. But here I have tan square x minus sec square x. So there is a difference of minus sign. So I'll get minus 1 minus 2 tan x. Then I'll have plus 1 upon denominator. You see what are the terms will get cancelled if I expand. So if you want, let me copy the denominator terms. We'll see. I copied. Now if I open the bracket, I'll get minus sec square x, because minus into sec will be minus sec square x. Then minus into minus will be plus tan square x. I get here after opening the bracket, minus sec square x plus tan square x. Okay. So which is equals to, let me insert the equation again. So now if you see the numerator, this is minus 1. Again, if you want, I can make color. And this is plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 both will get cancelled. So I left out with minus 2 tan x. That is the term which is left out in the numerator. Let me see what you left out in the denominator. You can see here, this is sec square x. And this is minus sec square x. So plus and minus both will get cancelled, which are highlighted with the green color, they get cancelled. You have tan square x, here also tan square x. So tan square x plus tan square x is 2 tan square x. It's like x square plus x square is 2x square. So similarly, tan square x plus tan square x is 2 tan square x minus, you have 2 tan x into x. These are the terms which I left out after simplification. Now further simplification I can do. Let's see what further simplification we can do. The numerator I'll keep minus 2 and x as it is. In the denominator, can you tell me if anything get common from both the terms?
We can take common 2 tan x.
Perfect. If I take 2 tan x common, so first term will left out with tan x and the second term will left out with sec x. So in both numerator and denominator, 2 tan x will get cancelled. Okay, so numerator you left out with -1 and the denominator you left out with tan x minus sec x. If I bring the numerator minus sign to the denominator, so what will happen is that minus will be multiplied with both the terms. So minus sec x will become plus sec x and plus tan x will become minus tan x. Okay, I think we got the answer. 1 upon sec x minus tan x. That's what you have to do. 1 upon sec theta minus tan theta. Okay, so this is the way of solving this question. This will be, if comes in the exam, 4-mark question. So what is the first step we have done is, because they said that you have to use sec square theta equals to 1 plus tan square theta. So what I have done is, first I converted the question into tan and sec terms. Then I rearrange the terms. Without rearranging also you can solve. There is no issue. You can take a tan x minus 1 in the bracket. Here also tan x plus 1 in the bracket. You can go for the rearranging. So this rearranging of the terms is not compulsory step. Okay. Without then I done for the rationalization of the denominator. I have plus 1 here. I convert it into minus 1. After rationalization in the numerator, I multiplied. There are 3 terms here and 3 terms in the second term. So if I multiply 3 3 is the 9 terms, I'll get it. So I got the 9 terms here in the numerator. And the denominator, whenever I do the rationalization, the denominator will always be a plus b into a minus b formula, which is a square minus b square. So here is the formula a square minus b square. Then I cancel the common terms. Then I use the identities. Okay. So one more important step here is this: in place of 1, I replace as sec square x minus tan square x. This is another important step you need to remember. Is this clear for everyone? Yes. Okay, good. Clear for all. Now what we have? Fifth question. Fifth question. Acha. There are 10 sub questions in the fifth question. We'll solve few and few I'll give homework. Like I solved the first question. These all are very easy, but I think there are 2-3 questions we may feel difficulty. We are going for fifth. Equation. So what is given in the equation? Cosec theta minus cot theta. So I'll take cosec x minus cot x whole square. We have to prove as 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta. Okay. I'll start with LHS. So here it will be whole square. See, if you look at into the question, LHS is cosec and cot. Your RHS is in terms of cos. Okay. So cosec and cot is converted into sine and cos. So first cosec x I can write as 1 upon sine x. Okay, I think everybody remember this relation. And cot x you can write as cos x upon sine x whole square. Everybody agree with this conversion. Now next step is I'll take the LCM. So if I take the LCM, my denominator is going to be sine x and the numerator is going to be 1 minus cos x whole square. If you observe the question, numerator is RHS, I have to prove 1 minus cos upon 1 plus cos. I got 1 minus cos, but I have whole square. So what I do here is I separate the square term. A upon b whole square is a square upon b square. So I use that formula a square upon b square. So this you can write as 1 minus cos x whole square upon, you can write this as sin x whole square. And you can write a upon b whole square as a square upon b square. So by using the simple identity, we represented it. Let me take the second equation. So numerator I'll keep as it is. Sin x whole square is the denominator. Sin x whole square is nothing but sin square x. Is there any relation between sin square x and cos square x? Can anyone give me the formula? Do you have any formula includes sin square x, cos square x?
1 minus cos square x.
Yes, we have the first identity as sin square x plus cos square x equals to 1. So from that identity, I can write sin square x as 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos square x. Okay. So next step will come. Now we are almost done. Numerator is we have a squared. Okay. If I take a as 1 minus cos x, it will be a square. So you can write a square as a into a. We can write a square as a into a. And the denominator is a square minus b square. 1 you can write as 1 square minus cos square x. So a square minus b square formula is a minus b into a plus b. Agree everyone? The formula of a square minus b square is a minus b into a plus b. Now I think there is a cancellation in the numerator and denominator. This 1 minus x will get cancelled. If you want, you can color with. And the denominator also you have 1 minus cos, which I color with green color. Both the terms will get cancelled. So finally I left out with 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus x. And that is your RHS. That's what you have to do. Okay. Use the relation between cosec as 1 by sine, cot as cos by sine. Then after that I use purely algebraic formulas. Okay. Like from here to here, I use the first formula a upon b whole square as a square upon b square. That is one algebraic formula. Then here I use the denominator 1 minus sine cos square x as sine square x. So in place of sine square x, I replace as 1 minus cos square x. Then after that again I use the algebraic formula in the numerator. A square I have written as a into a, and denominator is a square minus b square. So I have written a square minus b square as a minus b into a plus b. So then I cancel them. So I use 2 algebraic formulas and 1 trigonometric formula. Total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Sorry. 6 steps we have, but we use 3 formulas. That's why student feel trigonometry is difficult, because remembering so many identities will be difficult for them. Not only 3 formulas, I used I think around 6 formulas. See, 5 formulas. Cosec formula I use as 1 by sine, 1 formula. Cot x I use as cos upon sine, second formula. Here it is third formula. Then here it is fourth formula. Here it is fifth formula. Here it is sixth formula. So 1 formula for 1 step. Okay. So if you remember the formulas, it will be much easier. If you don't remember the formulas, it will be much difficult. Now second question is cos upon 1 plus sine A plus 1 plus sin A upon cos A. What you have to do is you have to prove equals to 2 sec x. You have to take the direct LCM because they already in terms of sin and cos. So there is no further conversion is possible. So in that case, I have to go directly for LCM. Can you solve or do you want me to solve now? If you take the LCM, the denominator will be cos A into 1 plus sin A. Keep the denominator as it is till the last step. In the numerator, what you get is cos square A. Cos A into cos A will be cos square A. And here you will get 1 plus sin A into 1 plus sin A. It will be 1 plus sin A whole square. So you have to use A plus B whole square formula. Let me see what you said. You said you can solve. We will solve. Okay. Try it out. Not getting anyhow. We have next class. Because we have some other questions to solve which are really difficult for you all. Third question, tan x upon 1 minus cot x. I'll solve the third question. Time, still we have time, no problem. We have here is tan x upon 1 minus cot x minus x, then plus cot x upon 1 minus tan x will be cot x upon minus tan x. Space between them. So this is our LHS given to us, and what they asked to prove is 1 plus sec x cosec x. Int is given, write the expression in terms of sine and cos. Even if they don't give the hint, we are going to do the same. So that hint is useless. Okay, first tan x. What is the relation of tan and sine in terms of sine and cos? Give me the formula.
Sin x upon cos x.
Yes.
Sin x upon cos x.
Right. Sin x upon cos x, that is for tan x. Then you have 1 minus cot x will be cos x upon sin x, that is for cot x. I'll give you a little bit space so that there won't be a problem. Now again, cot x will come as cos x upon sin x upon, here we'll get 1 minus, every time. So first step I have done, I converted into sine and cos. Let me see if I can write the next step also here only. So numerator here will remain sine x upon cos x only. But here the denominator, what I do here is I'll go for the LCM in the denominator of this term. Okay. So I am going for the LCM for that which I highlighted with the yellow color. So LCM is going to be sin x. So can anyone tell me what do I get in the numerator?
Sin x minus
Sin
cos
minus
x.
cos. Sin minus cos.
Sin x minus 6. That's done for the first term. Yes. Let me go for the second term. So second term numerator is cos upon sine. Nothing to do with that. So I'll keep as it is. So here when I go for the LCM of the second term means this one, which I highlighted with the red color. So LCM is going to be cos x. I think everybody can understand. LCM is going to be numerator. Sorry, this is going to be cos x minus x. So I taken the LCM for both the terms, which is equals to, sorry, See any cancellations in the denominator of the first term? Here it is cos x and no cancellations. So that means what I do is sine upon cos x and keep as it is, then multiply by. Now the denominator will become the reciprocal when I bring it to the numerator. This sin x minus cos upon sin x, this will become sin x upon. Everybody knows why this becomes the reciprocal. Okay, so this is what I got it. Then plus next this cos x upon sin x, again I keep as it is in this fraction, multiply by next the denominator means this term is going to be the reciprocal if I bring it to the numerator, so it is going to be cos x upon cos x minus. I think till this step is clear for everyone. So let me put it equals to multiply. So when I multiply these two terms, because there is a multiplication symbol between them, so numerator is sin x into sin x, which is going to be sin square x. Sin square x will come, and the denominator you get it as cos x into this term will come sin x minus cos x. That's what I get here. Plus next term also I'll go for the multiplication. So here cos x in the numerator, this is also cos x. So here I'll get it as cos square x. Square x. And here I'll get it as sin x multiplied by cos x minus sin x. Control C. This will come as control V. Now here little bit trick will come. What I do is, you see here I have sin x minus cos x, but here you have cos x minus sin x. If I want to make it same, what is the difference of these two terms? This is sin minus cos and this is cos minus sin. The terms are same, but only the sign is different. Here you have minus cos x, here you have plus cos x, and here you have plus sin x, and here you have minus sin x. So what I do here is, from this term I'll take minus common. For example, let me write here the formula. If you have b minus a, this I can write as minus of a minus b. Right? b minus a I can write as minus of a minus b, because if I multiply this with minus sign, again I'll get b minus a only. So I use this logic here. And one more thing you can see here in the denominator here, because I want to take the LCM. So first I have to make the denominators same. That's what we learned in class 6th. If you want to go for LCM, you have to make the denominators same. What you have here is, here you have cos x in the denominator. In this denominator we have sin x. So what we do is, to make it denominators same, this is little bit tricky term. So first term, this fraction, I'll multiply both numerator and denominator with sin x. Okay, so let's see what will come if I multiply with sin x both numerator and denominator. So when I multiply with sin x, sin square x into sin x, it will be sin cube x, and the denominator it will be sin x into the whole denominator will appear into cos x into sin x minus cos x plus Now this term, I multiply both numerator and denominator with cos x. So by multiplying both numerator and denominator with cos x, already have cos square x, and again I am multiplying with one more cos. It will be cos cube x. Here I will get cos x multiply with let me put one step, then I will come into sin x cos x minus sin x. As I also discussed, this b minus a, I will write it as minus of a minus b. So what I do here is, I put one multiplication symbol because the already multiplication is there. I have taken minus. So instead of cos x minus sin x, I'll put it as minus sin x. Is this tip clear for everyone? Because this is most confusing for most of the student. Is it clear for everyone? Or if anybody,
So,
yes,
so can you explain this step once again?
the last one.
Yes, the sine cube x wala.
I'll explain. See here, look at both the denominators of this fraction. Here you have cos x into sin x minus cos x, but here you have sin x into cos x minus sin x. If I want to make denominator, for example, let me take the easiest one in the number system. If I have 1 by 3, this is the equation so that the fractions you can see properly. 1 by 3 plus 1 by, let me put 4. Okay. Now, if I want to take the LCM here, we already know the LCM is going to be 12. Okay. So, to go for the LCM in class 6 somewhere, what I have to do is, I have to multiply, I have to make the denominators as same. So, for that, what you do is, 3 will multiply with 4 here. 1 also will multiply with 4. Remember this process? Let me take here. And here what you do is 4 is there. I know LCM is 12. So I have to multiply this with 3. Even numerator also I have to multiply with 3. After making the denominators are same, 3 4s are 12, 3 4s are 12. Now LCM is 12. Then I will write here 1 into 4 is 4 plus 1 into 3 is 3. That's what we learn in lower classes, maybe class 6, I think. Make the denominators the same. So the same logic of class 6 I'm using in the trigonometry. So to make it that way, what I have to do here is I have to see what are the terms are there in both the denominators, what are the terms are missing, so that I can multiply both numerator and denominator with those terms. When I observe this denominator of the first fraction, denominator of the second fraction, I found that I have here cos and here I have sine. They are not same terms. So what I do here is I multiply the first term with sine, because second term fraction denominator will have sine. So that means even first term denominator also there should be sine term. So that's why I'm multiplying sine with first term numerator and denominator. So for example, if I have a square, if I multiply a square with a, so it will become a cube. Already I have sine square x. I am multiplying again with sine. So it will be sine cube x. So numerator is multiplied. Now denominator, already I have this term. This term will again multiply with sine. So I'll get sine x into cos x into sin x minus cos x. Now next thing what I have to do is I have to come to the second fraction. In the second fraction I have sin x, but in the first fraction you have cos x, but I don't have cos x in the denominator. So to make it equal denominators, I have to multiply this with cos x, both numerator and denominator. So when I multiply numerator with cos, already I have cos square into again cos. Again the same formula, a square into a will be a cube. So cos square x into cos will be cos cube x. Now this denominator is multiplying with cos. So cos x into, here I have cos x into sin x, cos x minus sin x. But still I have, after, now see here, I have sin x, sorry, I have sin x cos x for the first denominator. For the second denominator also I have sin x cos x. So denominators I made it equal, but still I have one more problem. What is the problem here is, in the first fraction I have sin minus cos, but in the second fraction denominator I have cos minus sin. The terms are same, but only the signs are different. So in that case, I have used this formula b minus a. I can write it as minus of a minus b. So cos minus sin, okay, I have written as minus sin minus cos. Is that clear now? Now you can see all the both the fractions have the same denominator, sin cos, sin minus cos, sin cos, sin minus cos. This is how I managed to make this denominators are same. Now one more thing what I do is, this minus sign, for example, if I have, let me put here only, I have a multiplied by b multiplied by minus c. Can I write this as minus ABC A into B into minus C, which is same as minus ABC? Everyone agree? It is right. Okay. So here also minus, this is cos x into sin x into minus of sin x minus. So what can I do is, this minus sign I can bring it to front. Okay. Now, one more logic I'll explain you instead of this. For example, if I have a upon minus b will be same as minus a upon b. Is that true? 2 upon minus 3 will be same as minus 2 upon 3, or 5 upon minus 6 will be same as minus 5 upon 6. Do you agree? So keeping this minus sign here in the denominator will be same as keeping the minus sign in the numerator. See how I am transferring the minus sign. So after transferring this minus sign to the numerator, what you can do is, this plus sign will multiply with minus sign. So what do you get? Plus into minus. Plus into minus is minus. So here I will get minus sign. Okay. That's how this plus sign is transformed to minus sign. How it is transformed? First I have taken common from here. Then I brought it to the front. Then I brought it to the numerator. Then finally I bring it to here. Now see, after looking both the numerators of the fractions, both the numerators are same only. Everyone agree? Both the numerators are same only. You have sin x minus cos x into sin x minus cos x. So I'll go for the LCM now. So if I go for the LCM, as both the numerators are same, so I'll get sin cube x minus cos cube x. When both the numerators and denominators are same, these numerators will be added or subtracted based on the signs. So sin cube minus cos cube. Still the question is not over. Anyone remember the formula of a cube minus b cube? In the last class, I asked you to just recall the formulas once. I don't know how many of you done.
A plus b into a square plus b square minus ab.
Wrong. This is a minus b whole cube. Sorry, a cube minus b cube. So it will not.
A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square.
It will be a minus b. So it will be sine x minus cos x. So a minus b into a square. A square means sine square x will come here. A square plus ab, that is sine x, into cos x plus b square. B square means cos square x. I think what some of them type the formula cos square x. Still the question is not over, don't worry. Now you can see here, light is selecting everything. This sine x minus cos x, and here sine x minus cos x, both will get cancelled. Okay, which is highlighted with the red color, both will get cancelled. Now numerator, what do I left out? You can see here sine square x plus cos square x. Can I replace sine square x plus cos square x as 1 plus sine x into cos x upon denominator also we left out with sine x into cos x. Still, more steps are left out. Let me insert the equation. Here I'll separate, because what we have to prove here is 1 plus sec theta cosec theta. Okay, so what you can do is you separate the denominator. Separate the denominator in the sense, remember that word, separate the denominator, means what you have to do. 1 upon sin x cos x plus sin x cos x upon sin x cos x. Can I do this? In the denominator, what? First term upon denominator plus second term upon denominator. Now what you get here is 1 upon sine. 1 upon sine is cosec x. 1 upon cos. 1 upon cos is sec x. Yes. So these both the terms will get cancelled because both of the same terms. So that will come as 1. So this is your final answer. Sec x cosec x plus 1. Okay, this is your RHS. If you start with LHS, this is it. Okay, so what I do suggest you is, after the class, you copy the question, you solve it again. You solve it twice, thrice, till you get the correct answer. There is a chances of asking in the exam, even in the board exams also. And there are few more questions will come in the same way. So there are